Okay, this is me talking to me and Anya. So, for a long time, I've been knowing that I'm going to be writing a book, and it's just like to help people. And in the beginning of knowing that, when I first felt that, if that makes sense to you people that feel shit, I was looking at it at a bigger broadcast and how to teach everybody to beat depression, and not to beat it, because I'm still beating it. I'm still trying to beat it. I still am beating it. It's let's see. I gotta say it so people with different kind of mindsets can understand it. So the way that I was looking at it in the beginning was there's just too many people. There's too many fucking people in the world, and I can't reach everybody, and this all just happened to me in the flash of my life. About 10 minutes ago, some guy pulled out in front of us at 55 mile an hour. We were going straight, and he came out of nowhere. And I just got my brakes tuned up, and we made it. It was fucking close. I mean, fucking close. I was on the horn, that's what happens, fight or flight. And I pushed all that fucking energy through the horn, and my horns weren't loud enough. And, it sucks how I have to convert that energy, and it's just way too much. And as a skateboarder, this is how it came to me, is because, it was a death-defying moment, and it's uncontrolled, and that's what really triggers fight or flight, And when you're skateboarding, we as skateboarders, we seek and we thrive. That's not one word, it's two words. We seek and we thrive that death-defying experience. And it's controlled, but not controlled, because you could do a kickflip in primo and land on and crack the back of your head and die. You could ollie off the biggest gap, down a fucking 30 stair flight, and die. But it's totally different. It's us as skateboarders challenging ourselves to achieve that feeling of, man, what a fucking rush. I just made it. I just fucking made it. And that feeling is like no other, and we as all skateboarders, and all of you as skateboarders, you understand that feeling. What most people don't understand is that is the craving that you chase subconsciously and you don't remember, because it's like a blackout moment. It is a blackout moment, but you don't remember. And so many experiences go by and by and by, and you never really think about it. But in the end, that is the craving, the addiction that you're calling for, that you're trying to get out of everything that you do, and you forget about it. And, you start drinking, you start doing crazy shit, let your mind wander, let your body get loose, and you're thriving to seek that same experience, but it's untouched, it's unmatchable. It can't be, it's not pure, it's toxic. And that pure feeling that we all have basically programmed. It's a part of our DNA. That's the first thing that really, it shook us and said, "Damn, I love that feeling. That's the feeling that I always want to feel." And that feeling for a lot of us as skateboarders was that self-love. That's what it is. That self-love that you gave yourself. That is the strongest feeling you can ever give. And I'm trying to be able to explain that to people on a different level, at a more, I don't want to say dumbed down, but just less experienced. Okay? Less experienced. And yeah, so this is the book that I gotta write, you know, because nobody else can write it. It's all in here. And why I want to write this book is because every day I have to heal every day. Like, I am in recovery every fucking day. You know, my body very rarely ever feels 100%, you know, and most people feel 95 to 100% all the time, and subconsciously they just forget about it and don't know it, and they just do their normal shit. Well, it takes a lot for me to want to feel like you guys, you know, and that's what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of us that don't feel like normal non-thinking people, and us overthinking people really want to non-think a lot more. So we're trying to learn something, and I have learned it, and I want to teach it and show people, but man, it's really hard for me to process all by myself and lay it out. But you know, I know I'm quite capable of doing it. I look back on a bunch of the shit that I've done, and I've started so much shit out of nothing, out of an idea, out of my head. You know, this light bulb goes off just like it just went off a bit ago, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna run with it and see where it goes, you know, and have fun with it until it ain't fun no more, you know. If it becomes stressful, then I'm out. And motherfucker gonna try to pull out in front of me right now. Come on, not twice today. But for instance, today I'm weekly. You know, I have to go to I'm at this intersection. It's blind. Look at this shit. You know, fucking all these assholes can just pull out at any time. And man, I'm still fucking shook up from the Dodge 3500 extended dually that pulled out in front of us entirely and gave us nowhere to go. That's what I'm still shook up about. But I'm taking that negative and I'm turning it into a positive. And I already had the positive started, but this just kind of reinforced the idea of the direction that it needs to go, the way that it needs to go. And the only way it can go is up. And, you know, that light bulb just went off at that flash of death that we fucking both just experienced. Thank God Anya was in my lap and I was holding on to her like I do, you know, because she didn't feel any of it. I absorbed it. But, yeah, it's fucking madness out here. Fucking complete madness. You get these, the crazy sheeple, they ain't got no fucking sense. And then you put them behind the wheel out here, you know? And it's just not like it once used to be. Like, I fucking hate driving now, you know? It's just not fun. I have to sit here and save my own life on every fucking destination that I'm trying to achieve. And I'm trying to get 30 miles from my house to get to my weekly fucking workout so I can get my body stronger with all this abuse that it's had, and for the future, you know? Because when you get older, you don't get no fucking younger unless you do the fucking work. Like, if you think that the subconscious of not thinking about how good you feel and this and that, well, guess what? It will fucking catch up with you, and it will fucking hit you hard. And all those years that it took to do that to yourself, it's going to take a few years to undo it to yourself. It ain't happening over fucking night, and it ain't happening in a week, and it ain't happening in a fucking month. I don't care what the fuck they market and manage and fucking advertise out there. It ain't fucking working. You have to do the work. You have to do it to yourself. You already did it to yourself. You got to undo it. Everything you put in your mouth, quit putting it in your mouth. Put something else in your mouth. It'll undo it. You don't want to move? Move. It'll undo it. I'm a proven fucking self-experiment to myself, because in the most horrific experience I've ever had, being fucking exploded by a minivan at 45 mile an hour on a motorcycle, T-boned, It makes you think different, okay? You definitely have to think different. If you stay in the same mindset, you don't make it out here in this craziness. You just don't. It's called survival. This is every day. People are worried about all this fear that ain't even happening. It already is happening. Get out of the fucking house. Quit watching TV. Go outside. Learn how to drive better. Use your goddamn turn signals. Fuck. And, you know, that's just how it is. There's no fucking lie in that. This is the truth. This guy, man, look at him. Ain't even looking. Don't even care. Nope. I got lucky once. He's limping. I get lucky again. It don't work like that. You got to be in control of the shit. Oh, man. Yeah. So when I get to my workout, I am gonna fucking release all this fucking stress and anxiety just from this goddamn drive to get there. And I'm gonna use it in breathing. But you know, I'll show you guys that another day, you know. But the whole moral of it is that you know, I want to be able to teach people how to defeat and get above depression. You know, just get above it. You know, I'm trying to defeat it, and I don't even know if it's defeatable. I'm trying every day, and when I tell you that I've beat it, I'll let you know that I beat it. But I ain't beat it yet. You know, I still got to deal with this shit. And, you know, I get it from week to week, month to month, who knows, you know, depends on the experience that I go through, you know, that's what it all comes down to, the experience that you go to, and you link that to the original craving that your body developed, you skateboarders, you know what I'm talking about, that purest of the high of death-defying experience, you know, you're taking that versus the worst and trying to balance it out, okay? That happy balance is where you want to stay. And that's where I live today. I live in that balance. And man, I want to go crazy sometimes, just fucking kill it. But my body, I'm going to suffer from it, you know? I don't want to beat my body up. So if I just resist and I regulate and I hold back, I can stay in flow and I can cruise and, you know, and I look at my entire life like that and everything around me and everything involved in my day-to-day experiences. So, I even know the name of the book. I'm not going to tell you now. I mean, I could. Nobody's going to fucking be able to take the idea and copy it like everything else they do. But, you know, this is out of my own mind, so it's fucking original, you know? Then you copycat motherfuckers are getting this shit, you know, you're gonna have to fucking read it. And fucking learn it, and then take your experience from what you read from me, transform yourself. You know, that's the point, you know? The taking from people's energy has been wrong. For a long time, you know, people subconsciously don't know that they're doing it because of the state of mind and the fucking bullshit that they fucking eat and feed their fucking mind. So it's a process. You got to trust the process, and I have a way to educate people on an efficient, effective way to do it. How I've done it, how I'm doing it, and how I'm not killing myself the stupid way, you know, and the subconscious way, you know, like fucking the toxic way. That's what I really mean to say. I'm not killing myself the toxic way, you know, and that's what I've learned. That's what I've achieved, and maintaining that state of flow and balance. So there's a lot, you know. I can't tell you everything, but there's just a lot. So it is a process, and it's gonna be a format. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna lay this out and put it together, and you know, fucking do it, because anybody that's tried to help me in the past has either broke my trust or failed me, you know, in some way or another. And I know that they meant well, but they just they don't understand. They don't get it, you know, because they're not in the same mindset, you know. They're still suffering from other things, and you know, I have answers to those other things in this literature, you know, from my head. And it's just like, if I read it, you know, I'm gonna see it, especially if I feel it when I read it. I'm never gonna forget it. And I feel that I can write something for you to never forget. You can just read this thing one time and feel it, and start the process, you know. And then you got to discipline yourself. That's it. You know, comes down to discipline. Like, I'm gonna motivate you, and you got to do the discipline. That's it. And from everything that I've learned, that's like the only thing that I can really fucking share. You know, that's really the only thing meaningful that I can share with people. You know, how to survive and save your own life. And it's the most meaningful thing for me, you know. So yeah, I just want to be able to help people, you know. I don't want to help one person, man. I want to help a lot of fucking people, and people that fucking suffer and battle from depression. It's fucking sick, and I don't want you to be sick, you know, because I feel that shit, and I unfeel that shit. So I want to teach you how to unfeel that shit, and don't absorb it. Fucking turn that off. Fucking get on with it, keep moving, and the shit just gets fucking better, you know? I almost fucking died. Now it's been about 15 or 20 minutes. I almost fucking died, so, you know, this is it. And this is what I gotta pass on to people. You know, if you're suffering from a traumatic experience, or a fucking novel of them, you know, I got a fucking book of them. You know, not all, not saying bad either. It's just the experiences. You know, it's all feeling, and that's what you know, that's what your conscious remembers, and your subconscious makes you forget. So, I just want to be able to help you remind yourself that you do have a purpose. You know, you got a purpose, and I might be able to help you figure out what your purpose is to share with somebody else, or a multiple amount of people. And that's about the only thing that I can do. Alright. Okay, I gotta drive. I'm almost to my workout, and this is getting mad now. Like, I'm in the shit. Later.